Hi there, my name is Tim Fox, and I'd like to take you on a behind-the-scenes tour of the new 2008 Patriot Thunder and show you why the Patriot Thunder is just a little different than our competitors. Different by design, more innovative, beautifully crafted, carefully engineered, and built to last. At Beaver, we make our own front and rear fiberglass caps. This means better quality because we use the highest grade materials available. Advanced designs because we design, engineer, and construct the molds to fit our customers' needs. We put a 3M film shield on the front of the coach and a clear film on the windshield that really works well to keep your coach looking great. Take a look at this expansive Panaview one-piece windshield. The view from this window is outstanding, and notice where the wipers are stored, low and out of view. They can be pulled away from the windshield for easy cleaning. And you know what? Some of our competitors are still using a center post with two windshields, and they store their wipers right in the middle of the glass. That's a lot of stuff in your way that just doesn't have to be there. The Patriot Thunder has an Onan 10K generator mounted up front on a slide-out for easy access, better weight distribution, and it keeps the bays open for more storage space. Since Onan is owned by Cummins, it can be serviced at any of the thousands of Cummins service centers around the U.S. and Canada. The triple-headed remote-controlled mirrors are heated and mounted on the front of the coach as opposed to the side. This lets you keep your eyes focused up front with just a little head movement to see what's behind you. This coach has the optional side cameras built into the bottom of the mirror to help eliminate blind spots. You can also use them as surveillance cameras when you're camping to see all around your coach without going outside. A common problem for many coach manufacturers is air noise around the entry door. At Beaver, we manufacture our own entry door. There are 3 locking pins in this proprietary design that keep the door pressed tight against the seals to keep air noise out. We also use an air seal, similar to the seal on a jet cockpit canopy, that inflates when the coach is in gear. This fills small voids that an ordinary rubber seal can't. That really helps eliminate air noise. Since we also make our screen doors, we make them better by making the screen removable so you can see better while traveling. We make them stronger by incorporating a kick panel grid at the bottom, so pets or the occasional kick won't push the screen out. The lighted grab handle with built-in keyless entry pad makes it easy to get in and to see at night. It also locks the bay doors and has a doorbell button at the bottom. The electric awnings over the entry door and patio make setting up camp easy. The patio awning also has a wind sensor that retracts the awning if the wind picks up too much. We are one of the very few companies that build our own chassis. Our chassis is called Roadmaster, and we believe it's the absolute best. The Patriot Thunder rides on the S-Series Roadmaster chassis and is custom built for each floor plan. This allows us to utilize space more efficiently. For example, these expansive bays with pass-through storage, and remember, this is why we mount the generator up front instead of in a bay. It's really nice to have the extra storage. And since we can't see through the walls into the chassis, we'll cut to some animation now to illustrate how the chassis works. The Roadmaster chassis uses an active suspension that automatically adjusts the air pressure of the airbags while you drive. This chassis is designed to ride on air for a smoother ride. We do this by placing the airbags over the tires, as far outboard as we can. The airbags ride on an H-frame that absorbs the bumps and dips in the road. When you go around a corner, the ride height sensors detect lean and transfer the air to the low side to stabilize the coach, keeping you in perfect control. In addition to that, we place the main rails wider apart than our competitors do. This gives us even more stability. Think of the stability of a catamaran versus a canoe. Placement of the airbags at the outboard part of the chassis is very important because that's where most of the weight is. The walls, the cabinet, solid surface counters, refrigerator, and furniture are all on the outer edges of the coach. The sidewalls are vacuum bonded and multi-layered for strength and durability. The wall consists of a layer of Luan, a layer of foam insulation, and a vapor barrier. The steel frame is filled with 1.5-inch foam insulation along with an additional layer of Luan, and finally the fiberglass exterior. We also use the best paint in the business. Take a look at the high gloss finish on this coach. We use approximately 25 to 30 gallons of paint on each coach. You know, most people don't even use half of that to paint their house. We lay out the graphics by hand, then paint 2 to 3 layers of each color. and bake that paint at 170 degrees for about 10 minutes. The final step is 2 to 3 coats of clear coat, and it gets baked for an hour at 190 degrees. The clear coat has an ultraviolet ray protection in it so the paint won't fade. We buff about half of the last layer of clear coat down to give you that high gloss shine. Anti-lock disc brakes on the front and rear, aided by the engine brake, minimize stopping distances. The engine brake is made by Jacobs Vehicle Systems, so you can call it a Jake brake if you want. We also use ATC, or automatic traction control, to reduce slippage in slick conditions. Again, this is a custom chassis. We don't buy a pre-made chassis like a lot of our competitors do. They'll buy a truck chassis and they'll throw a motorhome on it. That's not how we do things at Beaver. Everything is made from the ground up. Each chassis is slightly different depending on the floor plan. The Roadmaster Design is another example of what makes Beaver different. It gives you a foundation for a first-class ride. The fuel tank holds 150 gallons, which helps you go a long way between fuel stops. There are fuel fills on both sides of the coach, so you don't have to worry about maneuvering around the fuel pumps. And if you're in a hurry, you can fill from both sides at the same time. The baggage doors open sideways for easier access. We also build these doors at Beaver, again, giving us control of the quality and construction. These doors are insulated and solid. To help access these huge bays, we offer a bay slide tray that can hold up to 1,000 pounds, or 800 pounds if you get the electric slide tray, and they go out either side for super easy access. The next bay is another full pass-through storage bay. Also, notice the extra height in these bays, yet another advantage to engineering our own chassis. We put access ports in these so you can run power cords through them and still shut and lock the bay door. These bays are lighted and fabric lined. There are 2 chassis batteries and 4 house batteries for plenty of battery power. These are mounted on slide trays for easy access to maintain them. There are battery disconnects too, so you can shut them off for long-term storage. The graphics and styling give this coach a very elegant feel. The color backup camera has a microphone in it, so you can talk to the driver while parking or lining up the tow car to the hitch. The air intake for the engine is mounted high, away from the hot asphalt and road dust, for cleaner, cooler air to help your engine run more efficiently. The hitch on the Patriot Thunder is rated for 10,000 pounds and has a 7-point and 4-point connector for a boat trailer or tow car. And it's pre-wired for use with a tow brake system, which allows you to easily install tow vehicle braking. This saves you money because you don't have to take it to a hitch specialist to get it wired up. The engine compartment is designed for easy access to check fluid levels for engine and transmission oil and radiator coolant. This coach has an excellent power-to-weight ratio with a powerful 525 horsepower C13 Caterpillar turbo diesel, delivering 1,750 foot-pounds of torque. Combined with the Allison 6-speed heavy-duty transmission, this gives you plenty of smooth, solid power. We work closely with Caterpillar and Allison to keep our engines and transmissions at their optimal operating temperatures. We design and build our radiator systems and test them in Death Valley, where some of the most extreme temperatures on the planet can be found. We do this so you don't have to worry about your coach overheating on long uphill grades in high temperatures. The utility bay is designed to make setting up camp easy. The Sanicon system reduces waste to a very small size, so it's easier to dump. Messing around with the sewage system isn't a whole lot of fun, so this has been a very popular feature. There's a hot and cold water faucet for easy cleanup or for washing the sand off your feet after a day at the beach. The electrical bay has a labeled fuse box, making it easy to find the right fuses. A person could easily be overwhelmed by all of these wires. That's why we have a 24/7 emergency tech line you can call for assistance. They can help you through most anything or get help to you. Just call the number on your screen. Now that we've taken you for a tour around the outside of the Patriot Thunder, let's go inside. The steering wheel is adjustable forward and back, as well as up and down. And there are adjustable foot pedals so you can get totally comfortable. The steering wheel has variable speed wiper controls, cruise control, running lights or ICC lights so you can blink them just like the big trucks do. I always thought that was kind of cool. Oh, and don't forget the big air horn. Another cool thing about having a really big coach. All of this at your fingertips so you can concentrate on driving. The satellite